Here's how to get infinite corrupt plants in the brand new Roblox Grow Garden update, which features the Corruption Zen update. Basically, it's the opposite of the Zen update. As you can see right here, this is the Zen feature, or the Zen Buddha, whatever you want to call it. And then we have the Corruption Buddha, which is a little bit of a different system, but basically the same exact thing. Now, as you can see right here, the Kitsune has been moved over to this area, and we have a new event called the Corrupted Area. So higher corrupt fruit chance. Now, every single other hour, there's going to be a chance that this new corruption event is going to start. So usually it's the tranquil event, and now we have the corruption event, which is going to mutate over 20 different fruits to be corrupted in your garden. Now, I'm going to basically show you on how this works. So to get corruption fruits, as you can see right here, the event has to happen, and boom, a fruit in your garden has been mutated. But there are a couple things you can actually do in order to spread the mutations and have more corrupted plants so you can complete the brand new Kitsune chest event and get yourself a corrupted Kitsune. So bear with me and let me go over and explain. At the very end of this video, I'm going to show you all the strategies and a clear chart that will explain everything that is going on in this update and how you can get those infinite plants. Alright, so moving on, so we have this right here. This is the Kitsune. If you go ahead and click on view odds, you can see there's a 1% chance you can get a corrupted Kitsune or a tranquil bloom. So I feel like a lot of people are going to actually be able to get this, but here's how this works. First things first, on the right side, we have the Zen bar, or as you want to call it, like a Zen circle, and then we have the corrupted circle. So I have to submit 5 corrupted plants and 5 tranquil plants in order to receive our first item. So basically what we're going to do right now is harvest a bunch of tranquil plants. So we're going to do 1, let's do 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. And I'm going to do the same exact thing, but for corrupted plants. Now, every single time you harvest, if you have a garden full of moon plants, you're going to want to use moon cats while you are harvesting, okay? Now, the best way that I have figured out to do this is by using giant ants. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is pick up all my pets, and I'm going to show you on how you can have infinite corruption plants. So first things first, what you want to do for your setup is have a bunch of Tanchuzuros. Now, if you could actually go ahead and give them a corruption shard, which is going to be in stock right over here at the Tanuki, you're going to be able to make your Tanchuzuro not only make plants have tranquil effects, but give them corruption. So you basically want to get your hands on this pet shard corrupted, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and purchase it right now. It darkens your pet's mind, and it basically just gives them the corruption mutation. So we're going to purchase it for 289 Robux, or what you can also do is spend the actual money right here. As you can see, you can restock 65 billion. It's really, really expensive, but every single time there's a nighttime event, this will reset. So get yourself on basically the Zen seed packs and stuff. Get yourself the corrupted radar. You're going to definitely need this, so get yourself a bunch of these. It's going to make your life way easier. And then every single time this is in stock, get yourself this specific corruption shard ASAP, okay? So now that we have ourselves our first pet shard corruption shard, what we're going to actually use is give it to my Tanchuzuro. So I want to give it to the best Tanchuzuro that I have, so right over here. And we're going to turn this pet into a pretty crazy looking pet that's going to be able to give it tranquil and corruption. So where's my boy? Is this you right here? No, where are you? Oh, I'm lagging. What just happened? Oh, there we go. So the T-Rex devoured it and it spread the tranquil mutation. So that's what I'm going to talk about next. All right. So first things first, I think what I'm going to honestly do is I might just keep I'm going to actually make the first tranquil. No. The first corrupted T-Rex setup. So I think you can give this pet shard either to your T-Rex or your Tanchuzuro. I think it'd be cool if you give it to your Tanchuzuro because this guy already has a chance where every 10 minutes it's going to meditate and make the nearby fruits within 15 studs have a 5% chance to mutate into tranquil. So that's already really, really good. This dude is going to be able to basically do 2 things if you give him the corruption shard. It's going to make the nearby plants have the actual corruption ability or the corruption mutation while it gives them tranquil. Or you're going to simply put on your T-Rex, which you're going to need anyways. You will need a lot of T-Rexes, so make sure you guys get your hands on a bunch of T-Rexes. Okay, I'm going to place my boy down once again. There we go. And let's go and give him the pet shard tranquil the pet shard corruption, and boom. So now we have ourselves a corrupted T-Rex. And this is going to be very, very essential. Where'd he go? I think he disappeared into the abyss of giant plants that I have here. So yeah, anyways, now that we have this mutation, my T-Rex looks pretty cool. It's kind of hard to see him, but we're going to go and check out his stats. Now, he has the corrupted mutation. Every 25 minutes, a nearby fruit becomes corrupt. So that is an easier way. Oh, there he is. Look how cool he looks, bro. That is so dope. So that basically means that my T-Rex is going to be able to use its first ability. Every 20 minutes, it's going to devour a random mutation. So it's going to devour the corruption mutation and spread it to 3 to 4 other plants in my garden. So that is already extremely OP. And if you have yourself a Tranquil T-Rex, which does the same exact thing and also has a Tranquil Shard on it, making it give Tranquil to other plants, that's going to be amazing. Here's the thing with this update. It's good and all. The rewards aren't exactly the best, but what you're really trying to go for is you're going to have an army of T-Rexes. So you can get yourself a bunch of T-Rexes, so let's just say like 3 T-Rexes, and at least 2 Mimic Octopus. You're literally going to be able to spread the corruption mutation within 12 hours on every single one of your plants. Once you do that, you're going to use the second method that I'm about to show you to harvest them, okay? So basically, to get the infinite corruption mutation, you need the actual Mimic Octopus, and you also need the T-Rexes, and they're going to spread all this corruption all around the area. And then when you go to actually harvest them, you're just going to go in and pick up your pets, and you're going to switch to the secondary method. So use an army of Stegosauruses, or you can use an army of giant ant. And these giant ants are going to make your life so much easier, okay? So there we go. Let's go and place them down. So I don't have that many giant ants, so I'm going to place them down with the red giant ant and maybe 2 Stegosauruses, and that's going to be enough. So basically with these guys' abilities, it's actually really simple. So as you can see right here, it gives you a 10% chance to harvest harvested fruits to duplicate. So if you like harvest this thing, it might have a chance to duplicate. So there you go. Let's keep going, and eventually it should duplicate. Of course, it doesn't want to do it right now. So anyways, what you're going to do now is switch to the secondary thing. Grab yourself your Tranquil radar and go ahead and use it. As you use it, it's going to highlight everything with Tranquil, and it's going to duplicate it. So there we go. Now we have duplicated plants, and we just got 58 Tranquil plants. We're going to do the same exact thing with our corrupted radar, and it's going to do the same thing. It's just going to duplicate them. Now, I recommend keeping all of your corrupted plants for now, so it makes it easier for your T-Rexes to actually go ahead and duplicate it, spreading the mutation everywhere, okay? And then you can easily max out those Kitsune chests and get yourself a corrupted Kitsune. I'm gonna do this one more time. I'm just gonna use it just for the sake of the video. And there we go. We just received 5 of these corrupted coconuts, okay? So now that we have exactly what we need, we're gonna go over to the Kitsune, okay? And with our infinite amount of corrupted Tranquil, infinite amount of Tranquil plants and corrupted plants. Bro, this is so confusing, man. They're adding in way too many mutations. I feel like no one can keep up, bro, at this point. Anyways, now that we have all this, you can go over here, and you're gonna give 5 of these to the Kitsune, and that's gonna allow it to basically give us a reward, okay? And then with this reward, it's gonna give us an actual Kitsune chest. So there we go. All right, we just submitted 5 of those corrupted plants, and now we just gotta do 5 of the Tranquil plants. Unfortunately, there is no submit all, so they're probably gonna add that later towards this week, I'm guessing, because this is just like very tedious. And there we go. Oh, that's the wrong plant. Ignore this. Boom. There we go. So we're gonna drop this off, and now as you can see, since we have submitted 5 of them, everything's gonna do some kind of like yin and yang feature, whatever you want to call it, some weird combination of Zen, and you receive yourself a new Kitsune chest. And there we have it. So that's basically how this works. So to have infinite corrupted plants, infinite Tranquil plants, you have to use the T-Rexes, you gotta use the Mimic Octopus, and you can keep the Tanchozuros on your team as like a 3rd pet. I think those are great and all. But here's the thing. If you're trying to spread corruption, remove the Tanchozuros, because all you basically want is like as many T-Rex as possible. So if I have a Mimic Octopus, another one, another T-Rex, another T-Rex, another T-Rex, and maybe if you really want, you can put a Spinosaurus just kind of occupied. I wouldn't recommend it. So leave these. So if you just have these 5 pets right here, your entire garden is only going to be spreading mutations. So it's not going to copy your Tanchozuro's ability, which is only going to basically make your plants Tranquil. So if we don't want that, all right, and you just want your Mimic Octopus to copy your T-Rex, that is going to be the best play. Now, here are alternative ways to make it even better. So what you're going to do is place down a hot spring, okay? So here we go, 1 and then 2. So 2 hot springs. And now you can either get yourself capybaras, which are going to give your pets XP and not like, it's going to like prevent them from actually losing hunger. So no hunger and free XP. Or get yourself the Nihonzarus. These dudes right here, okay? These are going to be our monkeys. they're gonna go bathe in the hot spring, and it's gonna actually reduce the cooldown of your Mimic Octopus. So this is definitely the best way to do it, honestly. As you can see, every 18 minutes and 43 seconds, the Mimic Octopus will use this ability. And if we remove the Nihon Zero, whatever you want to call him, the little monkey dude, as you can see right here, our Mimic Octopus is now going to increase the cooldown. So it's just going to be a little bit of a boost. It's not that much of a boost. I'm not sure if that was the right Mimic Octopus. We had so many of them. So yeah, as you can see though, it basically just boosts the ability when you place down the Nihon Zuru. And these are pretty easy to get. You can actually get them from the actual Zen eggs here. So whenever you have them, place them down. It's going to give it a boost. And that is if you don't have enough T-Rexes like me, for example. I just want them to spread the corruption. Now, another like quick little thing that can help you out. If you, this is going to suck, but if you go ahead and like harvest every single plant here that has like other mutations. So if, for example, if you have Windstruck mutations, you have other ones, your T-Rex might actually use those and spread them out. So I'd highly recommend trying to like harvest it all, which honestly I'm not gonna do either, to be honest. Like I'm just way too lazy for that. So yeah, if I were like you can just like harvest them and all, and you're just trying to make it where it's just like it's only gonna spread the corruption. So if you have like other mutations like chilled and tempestuous or whatever you want to call it, or frozen, your T-Rex might spread that instead of the corrupted mutation. So you really just want to have only corrupted mutation so it spreads it quicker. But then again, it's all up to you on how fast you're trying to complete this event and so on. Anyways, everybody, hit the subscribe button, click on one of these videos right here. Hopefully this video helped y'all out. I can always make another explanation as well. Now, there's going to be other ways that we can actually like, you know, improve this entire process so we can get more corrupted plants. And I will make a separate video on that. But to kind of summarize it, if you complete this event right here, you're going to be able to actually get yourself a mutation spray for the corrupt. So it's going to help you a little bit more to have more corrupted plants. Now, like I said, I recommend having your whole entire garden have as much corruption possible and spread it before you harvest it. So I would just like wait to get the Kitsune chest and get yourself the corrupted staff right here. So these are two good options. And same with the corrupted Kodomo, which gives it a 4% chance to get corrupt plants when you harvest. I don't really recommend it. Just go with the Stegosaurus. This is way better because you can actually duplicate the plants and so on. All right, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Help me reach 3,000 subscribers. Y'all have been on the grind, hitting the subscribe. I've seen every single one of y'all sharing this channel with your friends and so on. Thank you so much once again. And your boy Milky out. Click on these videos. Watch some more. We're posting 2 videos every single day. So I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.